Welcome to another edition of Replit's Changelog. It's always shipping season at Replit, and in the last 2 weeks we merged 579 pull requests. Let's take a look at the highlights of all those changes. First up is the Workspace sidebar and header redesign. We've completely redesigned the Workspace sidebar to take advantage of the real estate on offer, and it's become a launcher for tools and files. The way it used to be is we had a bunch of tools that were trapped in the sidebar. The redesign helps us to combine files and tools and make it really easy to open or launch them. They're even completely draggable into the Workspace splits from the sidebar. And of course, it makes it much easier for us to set up the Workspace for extensions. We also redesigned the header to make it more focused and compact. We've had some updates to our Learn page with content from Bloomtech. If you click the Learn page, you'll see it almost straight away at the header. And it's a brand new beginner-friendly course that introduces concepts of Java in a creative and exciting way. Taught by Bloomtech's lead Java instructor, you'll learn all the skills by creating an end-to-end application that allows you to create a drawing app. It's well worth your time. In the world of the mobile app, which is always getting better, we added Teams support to it. You can access this from the Accounts tab and go to My Teams, where you'll see a list of all your teams and you can access them as normal. This is a big win for those of us that are heavily involved in Teams. We've also got a place in Accounts to view cycles transactions, so you can keep up to date of where you are with your earnings and bounties in one place. There've also been a bunch of improvements with things like fixing small login issues and other paper cuts. We've also added a bunch of new workspace polish, including things like border styles for active or inactive panes, which is pretty cool. There's a new button in the navbar to access the chat features, but my personal favourite is the upgrading of .draw files. In any REPL at all, you can create an interactive multiplayer whiteboard very quickly by creating a file with the extension .draw. This immediately brings in our Excalidraw implementation, which has recently been updated to include new flexibility, but also the inclusion of images, which can then be annotated over and expanded. Next time you need a brainstorming session, why don't you stick a .draw file in your REPL and plan things out? Teams for EDU privacy mode also had a reasonable overhaul. Instead of having to select now for each individual user that's invited whether or not we need to comply with COPPA and all the other worldwide privacy restrictions, all you need to do now is when you're creating a team, click a button if any of your students are under 13 years of age. This will turn on privacy links by default and only allow you to use privacy links to invite students to the classroom. This is a big win because it's an easy way to ensure your compliance with international data protection laws. There are, as you can imagine, a huge number of fixes and polishes that have happened to Replit in the last 2 weeks. If you want more information, take a look at the fortnightly Changelog newsletter, where our support engineer manager, Bardia, will talk you through the nitty-gritty of everything that's been updated in Replit for the last 2 weeks. Remember, at Replit, it's always shipping season, and we'll see you in 2 weeks to tell you what's new.